Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. We are now officially in the final week of Season 4 here in Warzone and Vanguard, meaning next week we've got our final seasonal update going live for each game before MW2 and Warzone to arrive. And honestly, it's a pretty interesting week. We actually have two updates. The first one starts tomorrow, actually, the 16th. This is just a small little playlist update. Of course, over the past few days, we've had the World Series of Warzone Battle Royale Trios qualifier playlist live. That's for everyone trying to compete and get a spot in the custom match for that. A lot of weird stuff going on there. People think that if they VPN or boost their stats for that, they're not going to have to play literal pros in the qualifiers. They're not going to be able to do anything there. They're going to get rolled. But we had that going on this weekend. However, that actually concludes today. Today's the final day for the qualifier, meaning tomorrow we are going to see a mini update go live that's going to add in plunder quads back to Caldera. That'll be just live tomorrow and Wednesday. Then Thursday, we end up getting our official playlist update for this week, and that'll be the final main routine playlist update and weekly update of Season 4. Of course, we got that to break down. We also have some interesting stuff regarding MW2 that we're going to get to later on in the video. As always, if you enjoy the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. If you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that sub button. But as far as this week's playlist update goes, on the 18th, we again sort of got a little bit of something for everyone. It seems like we do see the continuation of Titanium Trials Endurance quads. That is just for quads and quads exclusively. Of course, if you're trying to unlock the liquid metal camo, the animated camo for the Titanium Trials event, that requires, I believe, 4 wins, a handful of other relatively easy challenges, doing things like finishing top 10, winning a couple of gulags, executing a player. You can do that on a downed player though, so that's pretty simple. Or if you're going for the more rare Skynet camo, I was actually able to grab that over the weekend. I've been loving this mode. It's a ton of fun. The gunfights just feel phenomenal. The pacing with 150 players, incredible. I love it. I've been having a 7 to 8 KD every night we're playing this. Super fun. Really enjoying that mode. We see the continuation of that. We also have some standard battle royale in case you're not interested in the 400 HP extravaganza. For that, we just have solos, duos, and trios though. No quads, since obviously that's over for Titanium Trials. We also see the return of golden plunder quads. So all my plunder players out there, I see you guys in the comments every week. Zach, is plunder going to be here? Why'd they take plunder out? It is back for the final week of Season 4 here, starting on obviously Thursday, but we get it returning tomorrow too. So we are going to have plunder every day until the end of the season by that math. Jumping over to Rebirth, we actually have all the options here. We got Resurgence, solos, duos, trios, and quads for this week, which of course means for Fortune's Keep, we just have Resurgence quads. As I'm sure you guys can probably tell, they're basically rotating the full playlist for Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep every week right now. Of course, we saw it for a daily rotation towards the end of the first half of Season 4. No telling if that's going to be returning in Season 5 or not, but since that's only about a week away, we should find out pretty soon. Now, real quick, before we jump over to the Trello board and break down everything going on there, just want to remind you guys, today is the final day for the current boost on my G Fuel discount code. Right now, code Immortal will get you 30% off the entire site. So if you want to grab anything at all, a new tub, a shaker cup, a starter pack, you name it, Code Immortal has you covered. Link for that will be down in the description below. But as far as the Trello goes this week, not a whole lot going on outside of a surprise XP event for specifically Titanium Trials. That playlist has some XP bonuses going on right now. On the Trello, it just says that it's double operator XP, but in game, it looked like there were more icons when I was last on. It looked like it was double XP and maybe some double battle pass XP. Either way, there are XP bonuses for Titanium Trials specifically. If you're trying to level up anything there, that is a solid mode to grind out. Outside of that, the issues remain the same. They are still working on the whole fetching store / online profile glitch where you just infinitely are loading there and you can't play the game. They're also still monitoring Champions of Caldera being at 120 players, even though it's not a playlist option right now. So they might end up fixing that when it returns. It might be back up to 150. We're gonna have to wait and see, but overall, not too much going on the Trello. Now, I'm sure several of you have seen it by now, but late last week, we sort of completely out of the blue got our very first gameplay look at Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer. Yes, that's right. Multiplayer gameplay is now out there, albeit in a very brief and not super detailed fashion. Infinity Ward and Call of Duty ended up dropping a new video, basically a TikTok, going over the map design for Farm 18, which is going to be one of these shoot house style, smaller 6v6 action-packed maps for MW2 Multiplayer, and we're actually going to be able to play it during the beta coming up here in just a few weeks time. But this little video that they teased shows different aspects of the map. You can get a good feel for it. This is one of those maps that doesn't have too much color variety, it seems like, whereas some of the others that we saw, Museum, and then also I believe it was Grand Prix, those are pretty colorful, pretty vibrant. This one's a little bit more bland when it comes to that. Kind of looks like a combination of Shoot House and Grozny Raid almost, if you ask me. But obviously you can see a little bit of gunplay within this video. There's some different layouts of the map, some of the walking aspects. Like I said, this is very, very basic gameplay when it comes to it being revealed. So I wouldn't even consider this like a full gameplay reveal by any means. This is very much so, I would say, the bare minimum. We learn a little bit about the graphics. I think we saw a thermite go off in there, so we can confirm that that's back. There's a little bit of verticality on this map. The devs that are actually talking over this video explain that the center building is basically like a shoot house style mini map inside of the general map, which is still pretty small, specifically built for 6v6. So honestly, pretty cool. Of course, it's a very small taste of what multiplayer is going to be, and with the beta coming up here in just a few weeks time, Infinity Ward did say that there's going to be more intel drops just like this video coming soon. So I'd expect that we see some of the other beta maps teased here in the relatively near future. Of course, if and when that happens, I'm going to be covering it right here on the channel. You guys already know that, so stick it here for that. Make sure you subscribe so you get those noties when that information surfaces. But it does seem like we're going to see several other smaller reveals here in the relatively near future. Also, speaking of reveals, Season 4 is currently set for, I guess, a release of the 23rd / the 24th per usual with Vanguard and Warzone. Because they are two separate applications, we have two separate days of downloads. The 23rd will be when the Vanguard update goes live, and that doesn't really change anything in Vanguard itself. The 24th is when the official Warzone update goes live, and that's when all the content and everything is time gated to actually release. So the 24th is the official release date for Season 5 as of right now, meaning this upcoming week should be full of reveals and little teases for what's to come in Season 5, both from Sledgehammer in terms of the Vanguard content, then also Raven and just Call of Duty in general for some of the Warzone updates as well. We could end up seeing a potential roadmap later on this week, maybe, perhaps a blog post as well detailing the content. If that ends up surfacing, we will be covering it. Sometimes they do it like a week before, so perhaps this Thursday on the 18th, alongside our final update of the season, we could see that drop. Sometimes they do it then. Other times they do it the Monday before the season drops, which would be the 22nd in this case. Either way, I'm gonna keep my eyes out for any possible information on Season 5. We went over sort of what to expect this past weekend in terms of the leaks, some of the official news that I've heard via dev calls with Raven. Everything in between, we've already covered that. So if you want to sort of see what to expect with the season already, feel free to go check out that video, but we should have some official information coming up in the next few days. All that being said, though, that is effectively going to wrap things up for this one. That's what to expect for the final week, final full week, I should say, of Season 4 here in Warzone and Vanguard. One season left before we are at MW2 and Warzone 2. But that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. And if you are new to the channel, or if you have not already subscribed, every day I got you covered with all things going on in COD. News, updates, loadouts, tips, you name it, it's all right here. So feel free to hit that sub button and turn on those post notifications. And as I mentioned earlier, right now my G Fuel discount code Immortal is boosted to get you 30% off your entire order. So if you want to grab a new tub, a shaker cup, a starter pack, anything at all from the G Fuel sites, throw in code Immortal at checkout so you can take advantage of that increased discount. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.